Prism Cross is a brand new crossover platform fighter fan game from the team who made the Super Smash Bros. Crusade mod, CMC+. The mod implements a similar fighting system to Crusade, but adds in a new Prism meter that allows for EX special moves, ultimate attacks, and more. The core gameplay is pretty fun. But what interested me the most about this game was, of course, the Touhou characters. With Fractured Transience as cancellation, this might be the closest we get to Touhou in Smash. And if this is all we get, then I'm happy to say that it's a high bar to end on. While Touhou has a pretty big workshop scene within Rivals of Aether, and I do love Rivals, Rivals is fundamentally a pretty different game than Smash. Prism Cross plays much more similarly to Smash than Rivals does, which is why I think it feels closer than it. Prism Cross uses completely original sprite work for all of its Touhou characters, and it looks fantastic. Animations also lend themselves nicely to the game feel, with good effects telegraphing each attack. In addition to characters, we've also got some Touhou stages as well. While a few things stick out, like, this platform's just a stretched asset, they overall do a good job fitting the vibe of the game. Aesthetically, I think the Dream World stage has my favorite look, but the Netherworld is probably my favorite to fight on. But now for individual characters. We don't just have one Touhou rep, we have 5. There's one unlockable character I'll keep secret, so I'll be talking about 4 today. Marissa feels pretty standard as far as Smash characters go. She's got a lot of projectiles, which is expectedly a common thing among Touhou characters here. Soku moves translate surprisingly well into Smash. My favorite thing about her is her butt move being her forward smash. It fits super well and is also, amusingly, a great kill move. Couple that with stuff like a Swift Broom side special, and you've got a Marissa that covers a lot of range and likes to fight at a sort of medium distance. Now for Sanai. She's the slowest of the characters by far, but there's still some cool stuff she can do. Her grabs are how she summons Suwako and Kaneko, and she's got this wicked down air that functions as a command grab. But Sanai's biggest strength is her projectiles. Whether uncharged or charged, they can turn the tide of a match thanks to their range, speed, and kill power. All of my kills against this Heracross CPU came from projectiles. How Touhou. Reimu's up next, and I'm very happy to say that she's super fun to play. She's got a chargeable projectile that can get homing properties, a reflector in reference to her barriers, a yin-yang orb you can bounce around, and a sick 1-2 rising uppercut for her up B that's super satisfying to use. Reimu can also float in the air, which feels both in character and synergizes well with good aerials. I fell in love with how Reimu plays as soon as I tried her. She is legitimately one of my favorite characters to play in any platform fighter. But, even though Reimu's my favorite to play, I think the character who was implemented the best was Sakuya. The smooth effects means her attacks are clearly choreographed, which leads to nice feeling knife attacks for melee. The knife gives you the breadth of a sword, but with less range. Sakuya's got a wide variety of specials, with some of them even referencing her attacks in Luna Knights. There's a lot of imagination in her moveset. But, the coolest thing about Sakuya is her time stop. If you're able to get a large enough charge, then you can stop time. This isn't like Bayonetta Witch Time. Everything's just completely stopped. You can spam knives to be accurate to JoJo. By the way, Jonathan's also in this game. Or you can be more practical and go for straight attacks. Her ultimate attack also has a really nice animation. I've said to friends that I'd want Sakuya in Smash over Reimu because I think her moveset would be more imaginative. And I think that the Prism Cross team has proven my idea right. She's an absolutely fantastic addition. So, those are all the starting Touhou characters. There's a bit more Touhou content too. Some Touhou characters appear as collectible trophies, and there's a Mega Mario stage in the game's challenge mode. I will note that the fighting in this game is extremely well polished, as well as several of the fighting-based modes. But a few of the more experimental things like challenge mode are a bit more rough around the edges. But that's fine. This is a free project made by passionate fans, and if I wanted one thing to be polished, it'd definitely be the core gameplay. If you're a Touhou fan, the game's definitely worth checking out. And when you do, you'll probably stick around for more than just Touhou. I mean, for me, there's a Fire Emblem stage that properly represents fates beyond 2 songs. That's awesome. The game's also moddable. Someone ported over Koishi into the game today from CMC+, so that's rad. There's a lot to check out in Prism Cross, so please give the game a try.